What's good, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Erin Spain. How are y'all doing today? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm going to talk about today. But let's go ahead and get into it because I don't want to hold y'all up too long, okay? Let's talk about keep on pushing and this whole idea of if you keep going, whatever you need, it's going to be right on the other side of that. Let's get into that, okay? I know it sounds a little sucky because it's like you keep working and you keep working and you keep working, but you never actually know when it's going to pay off. That's the part that sucks. I completely understand. Been there for a very long time. But I've also noticed it's not necessarily the end result that we need to be looking forward to. It's the entire journey. I'm going to say it again. The entire journey. Okay? Everything that you're going to go through in the midst of this storm, in the midst of this trial, in the midst of this journey is going to prepare you to be the person to handle that blessing and that reward that comes right after all of it. But you have to fully go through the journey to figure out who it is that you're going to be when you receive that blessing. That's what it's all about. We get so caught up in the end result of it all that we forget to enjoy the process. Like, you're going to learn so much about yourself the more you keep pushing. You're going to learn how determined you are, how resilient you are, how discipline really does trump motivation. Sometimes you don't feel motivated to do nothing, but your discipline is what's going to keep you going. That's what we really need to latch on to. The idea of this journey is preparing me mentally and physically for the person who is going to be equipped to handle the blessing that is coming. That's how we have to start thinking about things. We have to stop thinking about life as this big sucky thing. There are moments of life that suck real bad. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's supposed to be grand, it's supposed to be all these other things. I've been through trials and tribulations myself. You've been through trials and tribulations, and they hurt real bad, and they suck real bad. But we're not going through this for no reason. You know, it's not something that we're going to continue to go through and fight our hardest in and not get rewarded from at the end of it. I refuse to believe that. I won't believe it. And if you choose to believe it, just keep watching my videos until you don't. Because over here on this channel, we don't believe suffering comes with no reward. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I believe that everything you want that's supposed to be yours will be yours. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only question is when. That's it. But it's going to be yours. It's going to happen for you. So you got to keep pushing, because the moment you stop pushing and you fall back and you let everything overtake you and you let the pain and the suffering overcome you, you slip back into that same familiar slope of hurt, pain, and misery. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. You may sit here and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never slipped that far. Beautiful for you. If you've never slipped that far, praise be to God that you never slipped that far. But for those of us who have, and we continue to do it, we do it because it's familiar. And I know that realization sucks. I know that realization is kind of crappy. But at some point, when are we going to get ourselves out of that familiarity? That cycle of pain and that cycle of misunderstanding, continuously being misunderstood when you're trying to present your point, or continuously being put into a place where you're once again a victim to emotional abuse, physical abuse, any type of it. And it's just shitty, but you know it's familiar. And you can find your way to climb your way out of that hole. You know, you can find your way to keep going and keep going and keep going. But at the end of the day, settling And not pushing, it's not going to get you anywhere but the same place we've basically been most of our entire lives. You want a new life, you want something better, push for it. You want a new life, you want a different living situation, push for it. You want different friends, you want different family members, family members, those are just your family members. You get what you get when it comes to blood. I'm not going to hold you. But you want different people supporting you or in your corner. You got to go out there and become the person you're supposed to be so your crowd can flock towards you. But you can't keep giving up and falling back to the same habits of people who didn't respect you or people who chose to misunderstand you purposely. You have to keep pushing, not for anybody else, but so you can find true peace for yourself. And the people that are meant to be in your life will come with it. Everybody thinks this whole idea of keep pushing only applies to jobs or career focuses. No, it doesn't. It applies to everything. You want a new life? Keep pushing for a new life. You want to be respected? Keep pushing to be respected. You want to be heard? Keep pushing to be heard. All of it is the same concept. At no point will you get anything you want by giving up. You'll get something, but it's not what your soul, your spirit, and your heart truly desires. It's not. But it's going to be something. And I just don't want us to continue to be stuck in a cycle of giving up, but then telling ourselves, we gave up, but we gonna try it again. Stop trying again. I know the saying is you can start over however many times you need to, and I totally agree with that. You can start over today, you can start over tomorrow. If you fail again, you can start over next month. You fail one more time, you can start over next year. I understand that completely. But why not give ourselves enough grace instead of starting over? We just keep pushing. We understand today was a fluke. This was a lapse of judgment. This is a bad thing, but I'm going to keep pushing. I'm not starting over. I'm still going. The day ain't over yet. I'm going to still do what I need to do. I'm going to still make that TikTok. I'm going to still make that YouTube video. I'm going to still make that content. I'm going to still pray. I'm going to still do this. I'm going to still do that. Everybody got the same 24 hours. The question is, what are you doing with yours? I just want to know. Because even me sometimes, I just figured out a posting schedule for this channel, which will be Tuesdays and Thursdays. But at one point, I was trying to do this every single day. And I overstimulated myself. And I took a step back. And I said, dang, okay, I'm going to start over. I'm not starting over. The videos are already up on YouTube. I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to adjust the plan and keep going. There's no need to continue to say, oh, I'm starting over. No. Stop starting over and just keep pushing. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. So the only thing you could do is keep pushing. That's it. That's literally it. Nobody is coming to save you. You got God in your corner, universe, whoever your higher power is, they're in your corner. They can only do 50% of the work. God can only bless a person who, one, believes in him, and two, works hard to find their purpose. You don't find your purpose that God has for you by sitting down and praying and asking for it to just come to you. You live the life that you have desired in your spirit, in your heart, and you find your purpose along the way. You keep God at the center of it and you find your purpose along the way. But you're not going to find your purpose until you take that first step and walk. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you need to figure out what it is you're going to do and do it. That's it. Literally. And I think we're also stuck in this tunnel of, I need money, I need this, I need that. Don't get me wrong, I'm stuck in it too. The more I'm unemployed and the more I get on TikTok and other platforms like that, I'm seeing it's all the same at different levels. Models be getting paid 3 months late. They still got rent due at the first of the month, every single month. You know what I'm saying? Okay, content creators, they go through all these brand deals, do all of this just for people to still be late on payments. People with regular 9-to-5 jobs get paid every 2 weeks, and sometimes it's not enough money to pay the bills. Everybody, in some way, is struggling. And we all sitting here talking about we want this life, we want that life, we want this life, we want that way. Live your life. Find a life you want to live and push for it until you are getting everything that you can get from it. We have all the same free will. Actually, we don't have the same free will. We all don't use free will the same, truthfully. But we all do have the same 24 hours. And you can decide what you're going to do with them in 24 hours. Is this the day you're going to give up, or is this the day you're going to keep pushing? Is this the day you're going to decide, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. The Rock said it best. One day or day one. Pick one. You can either keep hoping and wishing for something better to come. You can keep praying and hoping that one day you'll get the motivation to do what you need to do. Or you can just get up every day and do it. Nobody said it's going to pay off tomorrow. Nobody said it's going to pay off in a week. Nobody even said it's going to pay off in a month. But if you don't do it, who else is going to do it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the vision and the goal was put on your heart, your spirit, your soul, your brain, your dreams for a reason. So who else is supposed to accomplish it but you? You the one dreaming it. You the one thinking it. You the one the thought process never leaves your mind. But you don't do nothing about it. I'm a victim to that as well. Actually, I'm not a victim to it. I'm a person who lives in that. I don't do stuff even though I've had the brain and thought process to do it. Content creation being one of them, but I'm about to suck it up and do it now. Editing is the worst part of content creation for me. I will procrastinate editing for weeks, months. And that's my Achilles heel, my personal one. That's where my motivation doesn't meet my discipline. And for some reason, I'm waiting for motivation. No, I got to keep pushing. Nothing will pay off until I keep doing my part. Nothing's going to pay off until you do your part. So if you don't want to keep pushing, you're accepting the life that you have. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So keep pushing and stop giving up and stop starting over. Y'all hear that? That's the alarm. That's the alarm telling y'all to get right. That's the alarm telling y'all to get it together. Okay? Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. I'm not going to hold too much of y'all day today. But I'm going to see y'all on Tuesday. And in the meantime, let me know in the comment section, what are you going to keep pushing to do? Or if you're starting with a new goal today that you're going to keep pushing forward, let me know what that goal is. Tell me all about it. I'm here to listen. I'm here to talk back in the comments. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say. This was Erin Spain. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this was Broke Believer Diaries, episode 7. I'm going to see y'all in episode 8. Bye.